Collective. Welcome back to the realm of alignment where we unlock the body's hidden codes. Happy Tuesday, Collective. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back. If you are new here, welcome, okay? It is Tuesday, the day of action, and we are going to be studying our bodies, our spirits, our minds through the Crown Chakra energy with these questions, okay? We're jumping right into it, all right? How open is your perception of reality? Your perception of reality has to be open because you're shifting. So the way in which you've seen life your whole life has to change. And if you're not open to perceiving things differently, the change won't happen. So being honest first with yourself about how open you are about your perception of reality is where it's going to start. That's your starting point. Okay? So moving through this energy it's going to require us to really be so honest with ourselves. Okay, now how do you perceive reality? How do you, ask yourself, how do you perceive reality right now? How do you see people? How do you look at love? How do you look at friendship? How do you look at family? How do you look at loyalty? How do you look at money? How do you look at everything around you? Stability. How do you look at all of these things? Think about that. How do you look at structure? We talked about that in the last video. Okay? Think about how you perceive all of these things and then hold on to that for a second, okay? Because we're moving into the second question with this. How can you look at things from a higher perspective and implement that into your reality? Now, take the way in which you look at things right now, okay, currently, and find the higher perspective in it. Whatever it is that you are currently perceiving in a certain type of way, if it's possible for you to find a higher perspective in it, find the higher perspective. That's going to help you. It's going to support you in welcoming in more beautiful experiences. If you can change your perception, not pretending to look at things differently, but genuinely changing your perception of how you see things, how you perceive people. For example, if you are the type of person, if you're being honest with yourself, who can be judgmental, and you say things like, I can't stand when people are just upset all the time and always walking around with a stank face, and you get triggered by people who don't have the best energy all the time. The higher perspective to that is maybe looking at things like, we never really know what people are going through. We never really know what people are truly dealing with. And it's unfortunate that somebody like that goes through their life with such a heavy energy. I feel for them. I feel compassion towards that person because I'm a happy person. I wish that person could experience true happiness and joy throughout the days of their lives, but who knows why they walk around being sad and upset all the time. I feel for that person, and that's unfortunate. That's a perspective shift. Shifting it from pointing your finger and being judgmental, which is a heavier energy, to more so being compassionate, releasing the energy, and knowing to keep your boundaries and to stay away from people like that is a whole other type of detachment. So just thinking about how you can look at things from a higher perspective supports you more than you probably know. So think about that. That's a good one. I'm thinking about it even deeper myself in the ways I can implement my perception on things, people, places, and things. Because it's so easy to slip into negative energy or negative thoughts or fear or judgment. It's easy to do that. We're human. But it's about what you do when you recognize that this is what you're doing, okay? So now next question is, what divine gifts do you have and would like to share with the world? Okay, this is for you to answer, okay? Because today's the day of action, I want you guys to really think about the gifts that you have. Everybody has a gift, okay? And each and every one of you are gifted. Each and every one of you have a purpose and a gift that supports that purpose. They're slightly different, in my opinion. Okay? Now, the purpose is the path in which you take, and the gift is the thing that you do to take the path. To make it real simple. So, I would say one of my gifts is being intuitive. I'm great at observing and pattern recognition. So I have the ability to read energy very well. So I took that gift and put it into my purpose of chakra healing and energy alignment. This is not easy for me at all. It's not just going, easy peasy flow type energy. I feel like there's a lot of things I have to work through before, the energy balances out, because I have to first balance myself out. So all the traumatic energy imbalances, traumas, and, projected energy and indoctrination and just cognitive dissonance, everything that requires for you to be in full alignment and has to get up and, be worked through to leave your system, to leave your mind, to leave your energy. That's all coming up to the surface for me. So it's not going to be, a simple thing. It's going to take a lot of work. So that's what we're doing. So that's the difference between gifts and purpose, in my opinion. Okay, so what divine gifts do you have, and how can you share that with the world? How can you prepare these gifts to share them authentically? That's the second part to the action you're going to take on showing up differently in your reality. This is fully going to shift you from one timeline to the next. May not be the highest timeline, but it's going to shift you from one to the next. That's for sure. Okay? Now, think about how you can prepare these gifts to share them. Write down how you can prepare them. Where you're going to share them, how you're going to share them, and don't chicken out. Really show up and do the work and show up for yourself. If you've been saying that you want to start a YouTube channel, start the YouTube channel. If you've been saying that you want to write the book, write the book. If you've been saying you want to go back in the studio, go back in the studio. If you've been saying you want to go back to dancing, if you've been saying you want to go back to boxing, if you've been saying you want to go back to skating, if you've been saying you want to go back to sports, if you've been saying you want to go back to whatever it is, this is your time. This is the time. This is what we're doing. This is what Crown Chakra Week is about. Use this energy of Chakra Land that literally manifests in your life when you're working through the different chakras. If you haven't noticed it yet, each week that we work on, it shows up in our timeline, in our reality. Use this energy to do the thing that you've been putting off. That's your gift. The thing that you identify as your gift. If you're a painter, I heard that too. If you'd like to draw, if you're an artist of any kind, of any sort, this is your time. Think about how you're going to organize those gifts, put them into a specific outlet. How are you going to put it into practice and put it out into the world? Where are you going to put it? Just start doing it. Just do it. Don't think about it too much. Just do it. All right? And now, today, we're going to close out Tuesday, our second day of Crown Chakra, with the channel alignment exercise. Okay? So our reflection tool of the day is we're going to do a somatic exercise while we're seated, because it's just better that way. Because I'm seated too, so we're just going to do some seated exercises. I think in my sacral chakra video, I said that I went live and I said that we were going to do physical activities on the ground and stuff, but I went live and like the comment section got really weird. And I was like, okay, YouTube is odd. There's too many vessels that have access and say weird things. So let me just, keep it this way. So I'm just gonna stay seated and keep the video structure like this. And we'll just do seated somatic exercises so that we're still catering to the Tuesday action energy. All right, so let's sit upright, get comfortable, plant your feet on the ground to get grounded. Place your palms on your lap and have your palms facing upright, just on your lap. And close your eyes or lower your gaze. Okay? We're going to take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On that last exhale, just imagine a white light coming down through your crown chakra from the top of your head. This line of energy is going to be running through your crown chakra to your heart, to your solar plexus and your stomach. Just imagine this light beaming all the way down to your feet. So it's connected from the top of your crown to the soles of your feet, just shooting out through the bottom of your feet. Imagine this white light. And let's just sit with this energy for a second. Beam the energy up if you can. Make this white light as bright as possible, shining through your entire body, all of your chakras. Now, as you imagine this light moving through your body, let's ponder on the questions, starting with, what gift wants to move through me? What gift wants to move through me? Ask yourself this. Second question is, what is one practical action I can take this week to share that gift? Think of one practical action you can take, whatever your gift is, and share that this week. If you're ready to accept the challenge, this is your time. Now let's inhale. Exhale. And let's close out with the 2 mantras. First mantra is, my gifts grow through expression. You can say this out loud or to yourself. My gifts grow through expression. Wisdom becomes power when acted upon. Wisdom becomes power when acted upon. Okay, collective, come back to yourselves. Inhale. Exhale. Right. Thank you so much for being here. Super proud of you guys for doing this work. This is gonna be a beautiful time. Chakra Land is gonna be effective for you once you commit to it. And I'm excited to hear all of your stories, even if it's not now. I know sometime in the future, this is gonna be a video that you all come back to and we're all gonna have these conversations. So bless your souls. I love you guys so much. Don't forget, in the description below, I do have my Quantum Ascension workbook. So if you would like to snap yourself back into alignment, let's do it, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you're taking your journals out every single time you see me, okay? Peace.